That dude did something for me, brother. I get emotional talking about it, bro. Like, I really needed it at the time. I don't get what everybody else be having to say. I don't get nobody business. I don't judge people what they do. I judge people how they do me. Man, bro, I'll never forget that, bro. I just want to see him and give him $15,000, bro.
Like, you can't buy me, not because I'm not for sale. You can't buy me because I'm not in the store.
Katt Williams recently faced a wave of criticism after revealing harsh realities about the entertainment industry during a podcast appearance following his Candid Revelations comedians began targeting him, putting his safety at risk. Despite the backlash, Boosie Badass has emerged as a supporter of Katt Williams. It's reported that Boosie has sent strong messages to those attempting to cancel the comedian, standing by his side during this challenging time. So amidst this situation, Boosie is sharing insights into his connection with C. Williams and explaining his decision to refrain from commenting on the comedian's widely circulated interview. As previously reported by the Shade Room, Williams engaged in an exclusive conversation with Shannon Sharpe, which was released on YouTube. In the course of the conversation, Williams didn't hold back, taking shots at several fellow comedians and celebrities. Notably, he accused Kevin Hart of being an industry plant and labeled Ludacris as being affiliated with the Illuminati. Among other examples, Katt Williams has emerged as a prominent whistleblower, fearlessly unveiling concealed truths lurking beneath the glossy facade of the Hollywood industry. His persistent and unwavering determination to expose these eye-opening revelations is sending shockwaves throughout the entertainment world.
The fact of the matter is, we watched this nigga get murdered right in front of our own face. And the nigga knew it was finna happen.
Unwavering in his willingness to explore controversial topics that may unsettle certain individuals, Katt Williams has boldly confronted issues that appear to have garnered disapproval from specific factions within the industry. Several incidents suggest that Hollywood may be deliberately attempting to distance itself from Katt, perhaps in reaction to a steadfast and unyielding stance on these issues.
It'll be said that there's nothing funnier than a black guy in a dress.
Because, you know, ain't nobody gonna sleep with him. You only got Tiffany Haddish. She been doing comedy.
You often hear that truly understanding the inner workings of an industry requires first-hand experience. Comedian Katt Williams recently provided some intriguing insights that shed light on this notion. Williams hinted at significant revelations concerning many black artists' career.
It's facts, sir.
How many is that total?
9.
So you've done 9
Yeah.
filmed comedy stand-up specials.
Without ever getting financed.
Katt's disclosure about his former idol might be surprising to some, but the subsequent revelation is even more shocking. He asserted that Steve Harvey, a favorite among many, has purportedly made a deal involving his soul with Hollywood.
Some stand-up motherfucker man. No, I'm a kiss this old girl who owned TV One. He used to kiss her.
So as reported by Hot New Hip Hop, Boosie recently went live on Instagram and shared his thoughts on Katt Williams' widely discussed interview. The rapper expressed that he had no comments to make regarding the Katt Williams situation. During the live session, "I don't know nothing about that," he explained it. "Know that he a real end to me." Boosie elaborated on a specific incident where upon his release from jail, he found himself with nothing during that challenging time. Katt Williams extended a genuine gesture of support by inviting Boosie to his concert with front row seats. After the event, Williams surprised Boosie with a generous gift of $115,000. Boosie recounted that many celebrities had rallied for his release with the Free Boosie campaign, but their support waned once he was out of jail. "I got a call that morning. He had a show that night in New Orleans. This when I first came home from prison, and I got in touch with my people." However, Katt Williams stood out for Boosie as someone who went beyond mere vocal support. Reflecting on the unexpected $155,000 gift, Boosie emphasized that it was a sincere and heartfelt gesture, highlighting that he didn't even know Williams at the time. This act of kindness left a lasting impression on Boosie, and he expressed gratitude, stating that he would never forget Williams' generosity. Boosie first shared his encounter with Katt Williams during an interview with DJ Vlad, with the initial segment released on YouTube on December 15, 2023. Subsequently, on January 7, the platform Form released a clip featuring Boosie recounting his interaction with Williams. In the interview, Boosie expressed his intention to reciprocate Katt Williams' kindness, stating, "Whenever I see him, I'm going to give him whatever's in my pocket." Boosie went on to describe the spontaneous exchange, explaining that as he was about to leave in his car, Williams approached him with a towel secured by a rubber band mimicking a throwing motion. Boosie illustrated how Williams swiftly handed him the bundle and returned Ned to the arena without allowing Boosie to express his gratitude. Boosie's friend then handed the bundle back to him, revealing that it contained all $100 bills, totaling $15,000. "Called me backstage, treated me like a king man and didn't give me nothing right then. I was getting in my car pulling off. This is more than just a statement." He expressed his position precisely when Katt needed support the most, indicating that he cautioned those comedians advocating for Katt's cancellation. Undoubtedly, Katt Williams is widely recognized as one of the funniest comics of his generation, celebrated for his unfiltered humor and dynamic performances in his stand-up specials. Despite his talent and status among Hollywood's comedy elites, Williams hasn't attained the same level of mainstream exposure as some of his peers. A supporter noted, "Unlike Kevin Hart, he hasn't embraced leading roles in blockbuster movies, and he doesn't host a show like Steve Harvey, being hopeless." He once even said, "I'm just going to go ahead and announce my retirement from stand-up. I'm kind of done. I've already discussed it with my kids. I wasn't really going to do it on a Seattle street. I was going to Los Angeles and do it in the offices of IC Miralive Nation for a while." There were rumors suggesting that Williams had been blacklisted from the industry, prompting inquiries into why he hadn't reached the same level of success as figures such as Steve Harvey. It's noteworthy that Williams and Harvey have had a strained relationship for over a decade, and there appears to be a substantial reason behind their ongoing discord.
I was on the Steve Harvey show, and Steve Harvey, who is going to call in at 5:45 and get the
To trace the origins of their feud, we must revisit December 2008, when Katt Williams publicly criticized Steve Harvey before a Christmas season show. This incident marked the initiation of their conflict, which has endured for over a decade. It's worth noting that both Katt Williams and Steve Harvey have been involved in disagreements with other comedians, and this particular instance was no exception. Even one of his fans wrote, "I haven't liked Steve Harvey anyway, so this just confirms my feelings. I do." Russ Katt, though, he delivers messages with such wisdom, and I just feel in my gut, he's the real deal. He's definitely one of my favorites. Another one added, "Katt is solid at battle comedy. Steve is household, but household doesn't usually mean funny. Household means you're big and funny enough for them to take a bet on you. You won't venture too far off the plantation with your act, and your stature makes you hard to argue against, even if you are wrong. Katt is like an Italian sports car. His humor is fast and maneuverable. He's like Ali, he hits and move. Given a choice, I'd rather fight with Steve more than Katt." The origin of their feud can be traced back to a bold public challenge by Katt Williams. He confidently declared that he could outshine Steve Harvey and seize the title of the King of Comedy during an upcoming New Year's Eve show where both comedians were slated as headliners. Reportedly, "Now, I was on the Steve Harvey show, and Steve Harvey, who is going to call in at 5:45 and get the wrecked straight." Jamie Foxx became entangled in this conflict as well. At the time, Fox, working as a radio host, aired a clip of Katt Williams dissing Steve Harvey, likely intensifying the feud between the two comedians. Williams, addressing their joint comedy gig, remarked, "I want to apologize for what's going to happen, but the second that you get on stage, I need you to understand that that's your final time as the king of comedy. Water seeks its own level. You can't stop it, Playboy. It is what it is. So I hope you're ready. I hope you got a team of writers. You going to need about 6 or 7 of them." In response to the aired clip, Steve Harvey called into the radio show expressing his bewilderment regarding the entire situation. "You know, I've always been on tour with some real monsters, man. I tour with the Canes. You know, I've been on stage with said DL and Burning Man at the same time." However, when the highly anticipated event unfolded, Katt Williams took the stage with gusto, launching verbal jabs at Steve Harvey's comedy reputation, while also playfully poking fun at his attire and hairstyle. Addressing the crowd,